All right, let's get busy. All right, so another take. So, let's go back. I tried to do this morning and completely failed. Just gonna bounce back and try it again from the start. All right, take it from the top. So I'm gonna hit this and it's gonna say use force to overwrite. So I'm gonna overwrite it and take it from the top. Hopefully it'll be better this time. I'll go at it a little bit, try to be a little bit slower, a little bit smoother, a little bit more systematic above all. Anyway, let's just try it. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at the README again. So there's not a ton here necessarily. So we have to do it in parallel. So I'm going to write these notes for myself. Here, let me see. Where do I want to write some notes? Let's just put some notes in here. So, so here are some notes for how we're going to do it this time. So one, we're going to do it step by step. So the first step is going to be merge count maps, right? Because that gave me trouble this morning. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Because in actuality, that should be the simplest. But that's what I was hung up on this morning. Because I didn't even know that I needed to do that, really. I should have, but I just didn't remember. Because the maps, because Elixir maps are immutable. Like all Elixir data structures, right? But that simply slipped my mind this morning. Okay, so number 2 is going to be do the count sequentially. And so at this point, the tests will likely pass, right? Because they're not testing to see if you actually did it in parallel. I'm not sure how they would test that. I don't think that they are testing that you actually do it in parallel. But anyway, so here we want to try to make the tests pass. So then step 3 will be count each string in its own worker process. Okay, and then step 4 will be limit the number of worker processes to the max asked for. All right, so each one adds a new layer, right? So this step is just where I'm going to start because that's what got me all hung up this morning. So if I outline this a little bit more, so I think I know how we do it. So we're going to pass 2 maps into a function. The second map will be converted to list and passed into helper function. And then helper function will recursively return maps with each entry from the list added to the first map. And that already sounds a little unclear. Let's just bring this up. I also tried to do a little bit of sprucing up of the Vim, so at least the text is colored now, but the LSP apparently isn't working, and I don't know. I'm just gonna not worry about it for now. Okay, so okay, so let me look. So it's called merge maps. So we'll say def merge maps. It will take map 1 and map 2, do, and then we'll just say map to list, map 2. So I'm just going to say map list equals, and then we're going to pass these into the helper. So merge maps helper, map 1, map list. And that's it for that one, I believe. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so then for the helper, it will take map 1 and map list, do, and then we'll have like a matching statement here, basically. So let me remind myself again of how these look. Elixir match. Pattern matching. So this is what we're going to do. Or actually, it's more of a case. So we're going to do a case on... Let's see. This is a weird example. Case 1, 2, 3. What is that about? I'm pretty sure we just want case. Why are they passing literals into the case? Is it that seems a little weird, doesn't it? Like a weird way to illustrate it? Okay. Well, okay, so it's going to be case map list. I think. That's not super clear. Okay, so case map list do, and then we're going to match a pattern. Do. Okay, so the first case will be the base case. So if it's empty, then we just return map 1. And then the second clause, wait. Yeah. So if it's empty, we just return map 1. Then the second clause will be entry rest. And in this case, we return merge maps helper, and we pass in map put Oh, I can hear my voice a little bit. Do I have that volume up? I think it's okay. Okay, so map put, but then let's see. So I'm almost tempted to put this part into its own other function. So I think I'm just going to do that. So this is going to be map add, and it's going to be map and entry do. And so this will be map put map, and then here we do map. Okay, so the entry should have a the entry should have a value, right? I believe the entry is like key value equals entry. And so we're going to put map and then the key, and then okay, yeah, this makes sense that this is in its own function, because there are a couple cases, right? If map has key, map key do, map put map key plus value, else map put map key value. end. End. Okay, so I think let's first test this map add. That's kind of the first part of it. So let me go into my elixir. What? IEX, interactive elixir. Okay. So let me put this out. And IEX. Okay, so let me copy this. Map add. Let's see how that goes. Cannot invoke def outside module. IEX interactive elixir. Let's see. Oh, why did I put an E there? Okay, so can we load the module from the file? I'm assuming there must be a way. Let me just see what it says. IEX shell history. Exiting helper. Okay, hold on. Autocomplete encoding, history expressions, pasting, break menu, exiting, debug and breakpoints, user switch, summary. Wait a minute. Interactive shell. IEX interactive elixir load file, I guess? I don't know. Yeah. This is my question, I think. IEX-S mix. Oh, let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, okay, cool. So it did try to load here, and then it found, oh, hey, by the way, you didn't finish this. Okay, so that's great. So let's just put map add map1 entry, and then we put rest in here. And that's it. Okay, so it says warning texts is unused and workers, because I haven't filled that one in yet. But let's see if we have map add. It says, oh, it's not $1, it's a %. Okay, cannot compile code, errors have been logged. Map add, there is no such import. Let's cat again. So it should be module frequency. Okay, so let's try this. So can we go frequency dot map add and then put grapes and then put just a couple like that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so can I say x equals? And then if I want to add something else, so x, and then 80, 88, maybe. Looks good to me, baby. So y equals, and then let's add just one more. Frequency, map add, y, hello, ladies. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. So that's working fine. So let's go back in here. You know, I was thinking the other day, I haven't committed any of this stuff to Git, and I probably won't, but there would be some advantages to committing some of this to Git. Yeah, I probably won't. But hey, you know what? Getting the map add, I'm happy that that is fine. So now the merge maps helper, I believe, should also be done. So let's try that as well. Okay, so we're going to go frequency dot merge maps, and I'm going to put a map that has hello world, sure, And then I'm going to put a second map that has 80, 88. And it did indeed appear to merge those. It gave me a warning about the string syntax, so that's good to keep in mind. Okay, so it did merge those, and so I can say x equals this, and then I can try to... oh, what happens if I merge x with itself? That's actually super important to check. Okay, so we can't go world plus world, and that is good to know. So let's go y equals frequency merge maps, and then let's do this one more like the intended use case. So I'm gonna have like a single letter, so A, and then I'm gonna have a number. All right, and then I'm gonna have another map that has, let's say the same letter for now, and this one's also a 10 maybe. Okay, so what are we gonna get if we do that? Char list. Okay, so let's make that like that. Is that how it should be? Okay, so now if we have another char in here, like B, and that one is a 10, and then here maybe we have a char C, and that one is a 10. Okay, so then we get the 10 and the 10, and let's say Z is going to be that. And then let's frequency merge maps Z and another one that has, let's say it's just like a letter C, which has 420 in it, and a letter D, which has 1,000. Okay, so this seems fine. So that actually seems like it works. And if I go back to my list, I think that counts this. So recursively return maps with each entry from the list added to the first map. Yeah, like honestly, when I wrote that, I was like, that doesn't really make much sense the way that's expressed. But in code, I think it does make a little bit more sense because we just say case. Okay, so if it's empty, we just give it back. And if it's not empty, then we break off the first entry and we put that in here, and then we recursively do the rest. And it totally makes sense, right? So elegant. Nothing like what I was doing this morning. What I was doing this morning was horrible. So anyway, so basically now we're gonna do something to count, right? So yeah, the actual counting is gonna be in its own function as well. So we're gonna go def count letters. Did I already do this? I feel like I must have, but yeah, I'm sure I did, I guess. So we'll put a text in, and then is there anything other than the text? We just put a text in. So do, and then let's put end here. So let me think. So is there going to be a helper on this one? Probably not, right? So what I did for this one before is I used string.first. And so I'm going to put C equals string.first. And then I'm going to put rest equals string.slice text. And then it's 1 dot dot minus 1 by 1, which Elixir range syntax. I still don't fully get this, I don't think. Let me take a look. So this is what we did here, or no, actually, this one's counting backwards. 3 down to 1 by -1. Why is it a double slash? Double slash in Elixir. And no, it's not a double backslash, it's a double forward slash. Is it a sigil? No. Double forward slash in Elixir. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the main point. So we're going to say C is this, rest is this, and then we're going to say case. Oh, wait a minute. So we won't, okay, so we have to do case first, I think. So let's not do that. So we're going to do case string.firstText. Yeah, we don't need that. Case do, and then so one is going to be nil. So if it is nil, then we give back 0. No, we give back the empty map. Okay. And then in the other case, true, wait. Is it just a underscore for the other case? Yeah, underscore. Underscore for whatever else it is that's not nil. And let me see, Elixir string first, right here. And it is down here. Okay, so first or nil. Okay. Okay, so then in this case, we are gonna do map add, and it is gonna be, is it map add? Yeah. Map add, count letters, and that it's gonna be string slice text 0, or no, 1, -1, 1. So that's what we're gonna count. And so that should give us back a map. And then for the entry, we need string first text. So maybe that should have been C. Let's make that C. C equals string first text. Case C. And this is, it'll be 1. Okay, cool. And end right there. Oh, I didn't close it. Okay. Yes. So then I believe I'm not going to mess with the workers yet. The workers isn't the last step. But for this, we just have to do count letters. Or no, actually, hold on. Okay, so for this one, we need to do each text in turn. So I think, am I going to do a frequency helper for this? No, I think this same frequency is fine. So we're going to go case, texts do. And so then the base case is when it's empty. And when it's empty, we just return this, right? I think so. And then in the other case, or no, in this case, it is text text rest, and we do map add frequency rest workers. And then here we do count letters text. Like that. End. Okay, so I believe that might be enough to get the tests to pass, right? Which makes it look a little bit more simple than what I was doing this morning when I spent like 2 hours and got nowhere. But we haven't messed with the parallelism yet. Okay, so no texts. That one, of course, is trivial. So let's uncomment, or let's comment these wherever these appear. At tag. So I'm going to say comment. Here, let's go at tag hash at tag g. Did it replace them? Oh, I messed it. I messed it up. S. Okay, so wherever we have at tag pending, we want it to say instead hash at tag pending globally. It only replaced it one time? How did I forget how that works? Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, if we run the test now, okay, so none of them worked. But okay, well, I have no idea how close I might be. I have no idea how close I might be, but let's just go back into the IEX. Well, actually, let me look at this first. Okay, so we're just doing the count letters. So the count letters might not work. Map add. Okay, so let's try the IEX again. Frequency count letters. Okay, well that worked. Okay, so that part is fine, I guess. I think that part is fine. Let's so then let's look at this part down here. Frequency. So case texts do. Okay, so if nothing, then nothing. Otherwise, map add frequency rest workers count letters text. No, it's not map add, it's merge maps. Okay, so a bunch more passed. That's good. All right, let's see which ones we got wrong then. And we're going to be much closer to being able to finish this. Okay, so this one, ignore numbers. Okay, yeah, we saw some of the same thing in the Java one. So let's see. When we do a grapheme, I think, do we have a like a is alpha or whatever? What functions do we have on a grapheme? Okay, grapheme, multiple code points that may be perceived as a single character. Do we have is alpha or whatever? Where's the whole list of functions? Here. Okay, so code point grapheme pattern T at bag distance capitalized chunk code points contains downcase duplicate ends with equivalent first graphemes Jaro distance last length match Myers difference next code point next grapheme size normalize pad leading pad trailing printable replace leading replace prefix replace suffix replace trailing reverse slice split split at splitter starts with 2 atom. Okay, let's just use a regexp then. Elixir regex. Okay, so for this, we should be able to just do it like this. And how do we check for a match? We'll go string.match. Yeah, that's like literally what I want to do, right? Oh, wait. Alnum. Okay, so we want alpha. So it's pretty much almost this same thing. I'm just going to copy it and just make an edit. Okay, so when we go to count letters, oh, interesting. Okay, so here we are going to go if string match C, and then we'll do a regex, which is going to be alpha. Do. And then that's when we do that. Else we just skip over it. So count letters, string slice text. And okay, so just 4 failures now, getting closer. So now, let me clear. Okay, so going up to the top, it says, okay, lower and uppercase letters. So we've got to go 2 lower, or whatever it's called. Lower. Lowercase, downcase, yeah, downcase. So string.downcase, yeah. I'm probably just going to do that. I guess I'll do it when we add it in. I don't know when the best time or how much it matters. So here I'm just gonna go string downcase. I'm not yeah, I feel like that's likely maybe not the best. Like maybe we should do it earlier. I don't know. Let's just see if it works here. Okay, 1 failure. And the 1 remaining failure is Unicode letters. Oh, interesting. So we... Oh, I didn't end up counting any of them. Unicode letters. Okay, so it didn't match my regexp. So... So they didn't count as alpha, apparently, I'm guessing. Let's take a look. So if we go into IEX again, and we say, or what was it again? String.match. Yeah, string.match. String.match. And let's copy this one. And then put in this regexp r and whatever it was that we had here. Okay, so I'm going to put alpha, get rid of that. Okay, so it does say false. So if we use like just a regular letter, okay. So it doesn't count it as an alpha. Okay, so it shouldn't be a blank. It shouldn't be this. Excluding letters, digits, and space. Word characters. X digit. ASCII. Okay, so for this one, I think what we want to match then is going to be anything except for space. Okay. So we want to mention what we don't want. So space is not one that we want. Another one that we don't want is digit. And then the other one that we don't want is punct. So anything, if it is not space, digit, or punct, we're going to call that good. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, so what it did still fail. Interesting. Okay, so let me see here. String.match. Okay, I'm going to copy that, paste in here, and then I'm going to say, wait a minute. C equals, do not show this result in output. What is that about? Okay, I'm just going to say C equals this. Okay, so false. Okay, so I was supposed to be matching anything that was not a space, and not a digit, and not a punct, I thought. If we do C equals B, we're good there. If we do some other letter, like lowercase, we're good there. If we do a space, that doesn't match. If we do a number, that doesn't match. If we do a bang, that doesn't match. If we do an apostrophe, okay, so for the most part, that is what I'm expecting, but why did we not match these Unicode letters? We might need to take a different approach entirely, I guess. So C equals this, and so that doesn't match. Crazy. So I feel like if that doesn't match, then what's going on? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. What if I do put a plus in here? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's counting as more than one of something. I'm not sure exactly what. More than one code point or something in the grapheme. I'm not sure exactly what. But I'm just going to put a plus here and try again. Okay, so still failed. Okay, so I actually got this one this time, but I still missed these others. Huh, interesting. That surprises me. Okay, I don't want to get too bogged down on this, so I'm just going to see, what if we just check to see that there is something like that in there somewhere, right? Then it works. That's kind of what I was expecting. Or hoping for, anyway. So that's good. So then, if I look at my outline, so then the tests pass, but we have not done anything in parallel yet. So yeah, I feel like if I had this in source control, I would want to commit for sure. But, okay. So yeah, the good news is this is working, but sequentially only. It's kind of a good amount of code already. For my own sanity, I am gonna get rid of this. It's just a little noisy for me right now. Okay, so we've got the frequency. We've got the merge maps helper. All right, so when we do this in parallel, I think what's gonna happen, what is gonna happen if we do it in parallel? So we get these texts. As soon as we break one text off from the rest, we should spawn a new process, I think. Merge spawner. And it just takes a text, I guess. Probably, yeah. For now, anyway, yeah. Okay, so then we will spawn. Wait a minute. Okay, let me just try to write this out in here. So when we count each string in its own worker process, how is that gonna look? So we've got a text. We want to do a worker process to count the letters that are in it, but we don't want to merge yet. We definitely do not want to be merging yet. So when we go to merge maps, we put in this merge maps helper. Okay. We put in this map add. At what point do we actually do the counting? Right here, right? So it's this counting that needs to be spawned. The merging has to happen in sequence, right? Okay, so let me get rid of this. I don't think that's what I'm gonna do. I think this will be a different step. Whoops. Okay, so we are going to spawn a process that will be like function count letters text end. So if we do that, then we should pass. Okay, so we're gonna say parent equals self, and we're gonna pass parent in here. Okay. And then when we go into count letters, we're gonna be like, we're gonna pass a parent in. Okay. So then whenever we are done, which is going to be either here, no, shoot. So this is going to have to become count letters helper. So this does not take the parent. So then count letters, actually, let's say spawn count letters. Spawnable count letters? I don't know. There's probably some convention here, but it'll take a text and a parent. Do. Yeah, let's say spawn count letters. No, because this is the one to be spawned, right? So let's say count letters parallel. Okay, so this will count. No, it will say x equals count letters text and then send parent x. Okay, let me look again here. So this is going to be spawn. Let's see, what was that? It was process, right? Processes in Elixir. So we spawn something, and then we send. Okay. Count letters parallel. So yeah, I think that's all we have to do. Simple, right? So it's my inexperience with these concepts that is really showing here. But that's cool. That's why I do this, to try and learn something, and I think I am learning. Maybe slowly, but I think I am learning. All right, so then here we decided we want to spawn this. So this is going to be spawn parallel. Right? And so once we've spawned that, then we need to go recursively to go and merge. We need to recursively get the rest. So I'm going to say rest mapped equals frequency rest workers. Okay. And then we're going to merge after we receive. Shoot, no. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. This doesn't make sense at all. Okay, so there's something here about anti-patterns, but I want to know good patterns. But maybe looking at the process-related anti-patterns will help. Yeah, let's take some time and look at them. Code organization by process. This anti-pattern refers to code that is unnecessarily organized by processes. A process itself does not represent an anti-pattern, but it should only be used to model runtime properties such as concurrency, access to shared resources, error isolation, etc. When you use a process for code organization, it can create bottlenecks in the system. So here's an example. An example of this anti-pattern, as shown below, is a module that implements arithmetic operations like add and subtract by means of a gen server process. Huh, okay. So if the number of calls to this single process grows, this code organization can compromise the system performance, therefore becoming a bottleneck. Okay, yeah, this sounds like an insane anti-pattern. So yeah, something to watch out for. So let's look this over. maybe seeing this code will help me to understand the right ways to do it. Although still, I feel like I'd rather look at the actual patterns first. So processes, spawning, sending, links, tasks, state. Anti-patterns, meta-programming, so if we go back to processes, okay. So the issue that I have here is that like I want to be able to spawn all of these different processes, and then I don't want to have to block one. Like, let's see if I can sort of illustrate what I'm trying to think a little bit visually. Like, I feel like I probably need to, I don't know, like, make a drawing, a diagram of some kind. But basically what I'm thinking is if we have like so say it's a call stack, right? So here I'm calling frequency, I spawn, and then I call frequency again, spawn in here. Okay, let's just do like a few layers to kind of illustrate. So then I go to receive, and it says it waits. So essentially, I'm imagining that this like basically blocks until it's ready, right? And then the message comes in, and now we come back. But the problem is, if I've blocked in here before returning, then this guy is blocked. And like, what if this guy's process is already ready to go before this one's is? I don't want that, right? So, let's look at parallel patterns in Elixir. So we're talking SIMD, which is a good idea, and honestly is probably a really good idea. I do see this one is to exercism, but I don't necessarily want to go there. What I really want to do is just like spawn all these guys. So like let's see what these guys say. This seems like kind of pertinent. Right? Like I'm nervous about like doing this recursively because I feel like I'm gonna block in places that I don't really want to. Instead, I just want to spawn the right number of processes and then receive messages from those processes until I've received a message from everybody. So there might be something in here. Sending unnecessary data, scattered process. Okay, I've got to step away for a sec. I don't know why it's like that. Okay, I'll be right back in 5 minutes. So I think what I'm running into here is two things that are related. One is that I just don't really understand concurrency or parallelism yet in Elixir. And two is that I feel like I want it to work the way that it works in Go, right? Which is probably unfair and unhelpful. Where'd my music go? Oh, it's just fine. Okay, um, so yeah, basically that. Um, so I really just need to understand, um, understanding concurrency in Elixir. Let's see if there's something to help. Oh, Elixir School. Interesting. So yeah, this does seem like it should be one of the selling points, but I'm still not getting it yet. I think there's probably just some key point that once I get it, it'll all come together. Right? So processes lightweight, yeah, okay. So we can create one using spawn. Um, so yeah, so we spawned the example, cool. Why did they spawn the module? Okay, do we link to that? Let's see where that's at. So in process, oh no, these are patterns. Is this process? No, this is process related anti-patterns. So in processes, we have spawn. Okay, so we can do module function args, which is what they did there. Okay, cool. Um, okay, so then message passing. So this guy is listening to receive a message from wherever, and they're matching, right? Like we know what we want or what we expect this message to look like, right? So we spawn that guy, and then we send. And so that's great. That's cool. Um, so listen is, oh, wait. You may notice listen is recursive. Okay, so listen calls itself. This allows our process to handle multiple messages. Oh my gosh, it's so simple. That's really it, isn't it? I think that's the missing piece. I'm still pretty shaky on this, but I think that's the missing piece. We just need a recursive function to listen until we have all the messages come back that we're expecting. Yeah, that 100% makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna have def listen, and this one doesn't need to take anything. Or actually it does. It needs to take it needs to know how many processes to listen to. So I'm just gonna say n. And so then we're gonna say do, and then we're gonna say case n do, and so 0, we will do nothing. Um, Okay, so here we receive, and then let's look here again. Receive do. But then I guess the other question is, does this listen need to get like a map or something passed into it or something? It probably does, right? So NM. So M will be a map that's passed in, I guess. So then when we receive a message, we know we expect it to be a map. So I'm just gonna say whatever message that we receive, or actually message, we are going to merge maps. Okay, so in this case, we just pass M back. And in this case, we merge maps, and we put M in as one of them, and then the second will be the message. And that's it. Okay, so that's... That's not it. That's not it. We don't do this. Okay, so this doesn't make sense. We don't want that. This should be empty map. And then this should be listen. No, I hate it. It's gonna block all the other listens again. Is this one gonna do that? Receive do. Receive blocks, right? Okay, so this isn't really the answer. But I think what we can do is say that before we receive, we recursively call listen, right? So this will be down here. So here we will call m equals listen n minus 1. No, again, it's gonna block if we do that. I hate it. Yeah, that's what I don't want is for it to block. I want it to be just like Go. Because remember, in Go, we just use one channel, we spawn the Go routines that we want, and then we just wait until the right number of messages comes in on the channel. The order that they come in doesn't make any difference, right? And maybe my thought process is really wrong here, but it just seems like if we do it this way, that the I'm just No, you know what? I don't think it does matter. Does it? Okay, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. The reason is we're not listening for any specific message. It's just first come, first serve, same as in Go. And I think I've kind of convinced myself of that now. Let's see if I can try to describe in words. So yeah, so when n is 1, we call listen, and then we go to receive, and we're not listening for any specific message. It's just whatever message comes in first, that's the one we're going to do. And so it is equivalent to Go. I mean, it's different because it's not a loop, it's recursive. But that difference doesn't matter. We still listen just for first come, first serve. So I think I've convinced myself. So receive do, and then we'll end here. And okay, so then so is this going to be returned? Merge maps. Receive do, because it's the last thing in the function, right? Case do, receive do, end, end, end. Okay. So whatever comes back from merge maps, my expectation is that that should be what's returned from listen. I think so. Okay, so then the question is, what do we do here? So we spawn count letters parallel. Then we do frequency rest workers. And then I believe we just return, oh shoot. Oh man. Oh man, this is really a mind bender. I'm not used to trying to think this way. Combining recursion and concurrency in this way. I'm not used to trying to think this way, but I think it would be a really good and nice way to think once you're accustomed to it, right? Like a lot of people love doing this, and I think for good reason. I'm just not accustomed to it. So I'm trying to recursively listen for everything that I need to have come in, but that's really not how it needs to be at all, is it? Like, I don't think I'm going to use this listen at all, probably, because, well, shoot. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. There's going to be a frequency helper. Which takes in texts and workers, I guess, but I'm still not going to do anything with workers yet until I get this part to work. So then we're going to go, so the helper is actually going to be what does this stuff. All right. So this goes in the helper. And then this will be helper as well. So this one will spawn, but it won't listen. So then frequency will call frequency helper. Wait, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did there. So this will call frequency helper texts workers. So that one will work recursively, but we don't care, but it won't return anything. So yeah, it calls itself recursively, but it doesn't return anything. So then this one calls that, and then it calls listen with list length texts. Is that what it is? Elixir list length. Okay. And then that in theory is about it. Let's see what it says when we run it. Okay. So they all failed. It says list length is undefined or private. Oh, wait. So what are... Oh, where? List length? List length? Oh, is it just length? Okay, they all passed. Amazing. I would really want to commit that. I'm actually super, super happy about this. I am so super happy about this. This is actually awesome. This is actually awesome. Like, now that it works, it just feels really cool. It took me forever. It's taken me all day, basically. Not all day, but it's taken me like 3 hours, 4 hours, basically, to sort of grok what's even happening here. But I think it's really, really cool, actually. Okay, so now the last step is to limit the number of worker processes to the max asked for. So everything else is done. Now, excuse me. Now I just have to figure this out. Okay, let's try to make some kind of note. All right, so to limit the number of worker processes, how are we going to do this? To the max asked for. Because we know, like, for example, if we look in the tests, here somewhere, we know that there are examples where they pass in, like, way more texts than the workers that are asked for. Oh, interesting. So this, oh. Okay, let me look at all these tests. Okay, these are all just texts, right? So we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so here's the first test. No texts. This one doesn't. So these all call for, like, they don't ask for any particular number of workers. So then in this case, it asks for 2 workers and passes in 1 string. So that means we've got to split that guy to pass half to one worker and half to the other. Okay. And then in this one, it duplicates this and passes 50 of them and asks for 10 workers, which means that each worker in this case needs to receive 5 texts. So, based on what I'm looking at here, I think I'm going to keep it simple. Because this morning I was imagining, like, waiting for a worker to be done and then passing it another text. But now, as I'm looking at this, what I'm actually thinking is that I'm just going to join texts or split texts as needed, which obviously is a lot simpler than what I was thinking this morning. Okay, so first of all, what is getting passed in? So most of them don't pass in a number of workers. So what does it look like? Is it just nil? Okay, so it is coming in as 1, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's coming in as 1 in every case. So, except for here it came in as 2. And do we see the case where it came in as 10? Yeah, right here. Right here it came in as 10. So, let's see. So if the number of workers that is asked for is 1, then I feel like I'm going to just probably ignore that because Nothing is getting passed in and it's just 1. Does it show someplace that it's like 1 by default? Let me clear this again. So frequency test. So why, yeah, that actually, let's see. Oh, okay, so here it shows workers with 1 by default. Interesting. I'm actually super, super happy with where I've gotten to so far. Like, this feels like kind of mind expanding. It actually does. And, like, the way the code looks, in my opinion, is pretty cool. Right? Like, it's a number of fairly small functions. Several of them use this sort of functional programming case pattern, which I love. And this one's okay. This one's pretty typical. I think it's all cool. I think it's all cool. I'm pretty happy with what I'm looking at here. What the heck did I just do? Okay. But for the workers. So if the number of workers is 1. Okay. I'm gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna join. So however many, let's see. So let's consider the case where it asks for 3 texts and 2 workers. If we just use integer division, I think that's okay, right? So 3 integer divide 2 is 1. So we pass 1 text to the first worker. And then we have 2 texts remaining and 1 worker. 2 integer division 1 is 2. And so we join the remaining 2 texts and they go to the second. Yeah, I think we just use integer division to decide the number. Now, okay, so if it's more, so if we have 2 workers and 1 text, then we split it. Okay, let's look. So I guess what I want to know next is string join elixir. How do we join? Yeah, sure, how to join. Enum join. Okay, so if your list size is arbitrary, enum join. Okay. Elixir enum join. Okay. So this is going to be the first thing we do. We're going to join or split the texts as needed, I guess. So we'll say if, here, let's say len equals length texts. So we'll just do that once. Len equals length texts. So then we'll say if len is is less than workers, that's when we need to split, right? Okay, so this is going to have to be split texts. We'll take in texts and n. Len and n. It'll take in those. So for split texts, we'll go num equals, what are basic operators in Elixir? Here, let me just do IEX real quick. IEX. So 3 divided by 2 gives us 1.5. Do we have Python? No. Elixir integer division. Truncated integer division. Kernel div 2. Okay, so how does that look? Div 5.4. Okay. So can we go div 3.2? No. Can we go div 3.2? Love it. Div 8.7. 4, 3, 2. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So we'll use the div for integer division. So cool. Let me go back out. Div and wait, did I make notes? So split texts. So shoot. I felt so good about what I was doing and now my brain is turned off. Because I have to do basic arithmetic. Oh no! Alright, so we know, okay. So len is the number of texts. N is the number of texts desired. So let me just change this. Wanted. Have wanted. Okay, so when we decide to split, we're going to go divide wanted over have, right? So for example, if wanted is 3 and have is 2, then we get 1 here. Right? Which means that we're not going to split it. But then on the next iteration we will. Because then it will be, next iteration will be wanted 2, have 1, and then num will be 2, and that's how it'll be. Okay, so we'll do that integer division, and then let's do so we have enum join, then do we have string split? String split elixir? I'm pretty sure I saw it in here. We can do like a slice or whatever. Yeah, we probably do a slice or whatever, I don't know. We can do slice, we can do split, probably. Okay, so split binary. No, I don't want that. I think I just want slice. So we'll do slice at a start and a length. Okay, so I'm going to want a helper for that as well. Split text, which takes a text and a num. Do. So then we'll do case, num, do. So if it is 1, then we return text. otherwise, we return string slice text, and the start will be 0. The end will be divide I guess we need the text length, right? String, is it length? Length. And I'm just going to get it here, even though it's a little inefficient. So I'm going to say len equals string length text. Although I guess I don't need that if it's that case, so I guess I'll put it here. Whoops. So len equals string length text. And then here we'll divide len by num, right? That's the length that we want. Okay, so let's put that as split point equals divide len num. And then, so when we split like that, let's see, slice down here. So when we slice like this, they're both inclusive, or no, it's length. So start to length. So we did so let me just experiment with it a little bit, just to be sure that I don't think I'm screwing it up. So string slice elixir 0, 3, string slice elixir 3 minus 1. Okay, so we can't do minus 1. So can we, hold on. Can we do a slice like that to just slice all the way to, wait a minute. So we can slice last. Do we want a range? Okay, so if we say n equals 3, and then we string slice elixir, can we go like 0 n elix? And then if we string slice elixir n minus 1, like that, is that it? No, this is 1 elixir. So this should be plus 1. Is that right? So then I get elix and separated. But I think it seems like I more likely want this one to be minus 1. So I just get Eli, because I just want the first 3, basically, right? And then this one is just n. And then I get Eli and exer. So that's okay. Okay. So not like this. It will be Oh yeah, how do we put a head onto a list? Is it just, it's just this, right? So we go like this, and then this is gonna be split point minus one dot dot, no, 0 dot dot split point minus one, and then pipe here, and then this becomes split text string slice text split point dot dot minus one slash slash one. Okay. All right. So let me get rid of this comment because that's weird. Okay. So split text, if the number is 1, we just get the text. Could the number be 0? If it's 0, then we're gonna get a divide by 0 here. But I don't think it's supposed to be 0. So, because if we divide, if we're gonna split text, it's because wanted is greater than half. Right? So here we split texts so the number we have here is len and the number we want is workers, right? Else frequency helper join texts, which we haven't done yet, but texts will go in len and workers. Oh, but then we don't do this, we do the number of workers here as well. Okay, so then here, split texts, num equals div wanted have, and then we just return split text. Wait a minute. So this is going to be a case again. Texts do. So if it's empty, then we just pass back the texts, I guess. And then in the other case, or no, actually, here we do text rest. And then we do this. And then we do split. So now split text becomes a list. Okay, so then what's list join? Elixir list join. Enum join. Elixir enum join. This joins it into a string. We want to join lists into a single list. Okay. I gotta take a couple more minutes. Hold on. Be right back. Be right back. I think I'm just looking for an operator or something, right? Like, I think I want to say it's just something like. See, a lot of this stuff is like just so basic, you know, that people don't talk much about it, because why would they? So I think it's just like 1, 2, 3, and then I think it's an operator like this, maybe? No. Was it maybe this? Yeah. Okay, so that's all I need. I just need to use that operator. Double plus. Okay. So here we go split text num plus plus split texts rest have -1 wanted -1. Right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now I need join texts. So def join texts, and then again, so have wanted, case texts. I think it's going to be quite similar, maybe. So then in this case, text rest, we're going to go num equals, okay, so if we're joining them, we divide have by wanted, right? And that's how many we need to join. But this does not make sense now. Because now we need to take just a certain number off the front, not just the first one. So for the list, do we have something to take just like a certain number off the front? I think we probably do. Maybe not. Maybe that kind of thing is somewhat discouraged. I don't know. Flatten. So that is what we're going to do. We are going to flatten it. Well, shoot. No, it's not flatten. We're going to join a list of strings into one string. Okay, so elixir list first n elements. Take? Okay. Love it. Makes perfect sense. Take. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. So then we are going to join text enum take, and so we pass in texts and num. Plus plus join texts. Okay, so if we take, then and we also get the last however many. Okay, we can take them from the end as well. Let's take a look. So if we do a negative, then we take them from the end. Do we have a length? Yeah, half is the length, right? When we did split text, we passed in, we got the length here. Okay, yeah. So for this one, we're going to enum take wait a minute. I think I messed something up here. So however many we passed in, wait. So wanted could go down by more than one, right? Wanted is going to go down by num. Okay, that's something that had to be taken care of. So then here, we are going to join texts, enum take texts, and it's going to be negative have minus num. To take them off the back. Sure. And then here, we're going to put in have minus num and wanted minus 1. Seems crazy. Seems a little crazy. But yeah, that's it. That one seems a little nasty somehow. Okay, so then def join text is just going to take in texts do, and then, well, that doesn't need to be separate. That can just be join. Okay, this doesn't need to be separate. This should just be enum join. Okay, so let's see. Undefined function split text. Okay. So split text is here. What line did it say? String slice. Oh, I didn't pass in something that was needed. What was it? Some num. So the num here, split text, it's num minus 1, right? I think. Yeah. Okay, so then this one, frequency helper, expected frequency to define such a function or for it to be imported, but none are available. Okay, so I messed that up. And we're looking on 94 and 97, it looks like. Oh, where did frequency helper go? It's here, right? Texts workers. Okay, so I don't pass the workers in there anymore. Nor should we, because we're not going to do anything with them. So now No text, it hung with no text, so that's messed up. That's really messed up. So why did it hang with no texts? I'm just gonna handle that as a special case. That's like a common thing. If len equals 0... Wait a minute. So this is a cond, right? Let me look at it. Shoot. Cond. Yeah. Let me look at it again. Just about done here, honestly. It's been another long session, which is crazy. Like, it's crazy how much quicker they all were up until today. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad that I have one that's stretching me. This one is stretching me for sure. So cond do. So the first one is going to be len equals 0. And here we will say just this. And then we'll do these. And then this one will be just true. Killer. It's done. It's actually done. It is actually done, and I'm actually so happy. Let's try submitting. So if it fails, then it's not done. I think it'll be okay, though. Submit. Okay, let's see if it's accepted. And then we're gonna move on to the next thing, baby. Okay, cool. Oh, it says function, macro, and guard names are always written in snake case. You know, I didn't realize that. Let me fix it. Really? Wait, how am I doing that wrong? I was doing that all the other day, and now it's always wrong? So what is that about? Yeah, so this is a single line. Oh, have I been missing? Oh, wow. Okay, goofy. Okay, that's better. Okay, what else? Okay, is that better? Let's see. Oh, there's still a whole bunch more. Still a whole bunch more, baby. Count letters. Okay, let's try again. Well, or let me test first again. Okay, let's take a look. Processing. Okay, so pass, but there's still something. It says... Oh, do I still have map list in there somewhere? I do, I do. What else? Oh, so these should be def P. Okay. So everything, so actually everything should be def P except for the one, right? Okay, let's look again. Processing. Okay, so it says... Oh, I still have split point. That might be the last one. Okay, let's take a look. This one stretched me, man. This one did stretch me. I just spent, like, probably the better part of, like, 6 hours, basically. Okay, so what is this? It says, check the comments. Okay, so using item plus... Oh. Yeah, I did use that. Let me take a look. So that one is right, but this one is not. Okay, let's look again. Passed. Okay. Mark as complete, baby. All right, cool. That was by far the longest I've done, and I think that stretched me more than any of the others, and I'm really, really, like, excited about that one. It's cool stuff, like learning to do like parallelism and slash or concurrency in a immutable data structure programming language. Functional programming language. I think Elixir is regarded as a functional programming language, right? Or at least it has those characteristics. I don't know. Let's see the about. So it says distributed, fault tolerant, soft real time, hot code swapped, and compiles to bytecode. So yeah, so it is considered, at least according to this, a functional language. Do we go into any more detail? First class documentation, regular expressions, love it. And we did see that somewhere, but then we have asynchronous communication. Yeah, so we made use of some of that. Okay. Regardless, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. So now let's go back. So now I have finally finished this one. So now I'm going to try Nim. And what time is it? Honestly, I think I might give myself a bit of a break because my brain like is stretched. So actually I might stop right here. I'm on the fence as to whether I want to go ahead and try the nim first before I stop. One sec, one sec. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just looking. Um. Okay, I'm just gonna flip a coin. I've got a bunch of coins here, but if heads, I will try the nim allergies. If tails, I will leave it alone until tomorrow because I could use a brain break, like a longer one. So it says, I didn't see where it went. Let me flip a different one. Just trying to decide. Okay. Right here. Heads, I'll do the nim. Tails, I will call it a day. Heads. Okay, I'll try the nim. But I'm not going to try more than just the nim. All right. Hey, let's see what this one is about. Huh. Okay. That's goofy. Okay, well, this is a simple one. This is a really simple one. So they're going to give me this number, and I have to say chocolate and peanuts. Okay, yeah, this is super basic. Which is nice, a nice break. I wonder if that's deliberate. It probably is to some extent, because that last one was not as basic as this. I mean, it wasn't hard exactly, but was it hard compared to this? Yeah, super hard compared to this. Okay, so we're gonna pass in an int and give back a set of allergen. Okay. So allergen is this enum: eggs, peanuts, shellfish, strawberries, tomatoes, chocolate, pollen, cats. So if it's an enum like this, are they all going to be numbers, presumably? Let's see. Nim print. Echo? Okay. So echo eggs plus peanuts. Oh, nim executable file not found in path. Oh man. Uh so I guess I never added it to the ZSHRC, right? Okay. Let's I don't remember where it would be. Let's see. So nim let's go to the about maybe. Oh, let's see. I think it said I got a badge or something. Where does it show a badge? Oh, 4 badges unrevealed. Okay. Object-oriented October. Complete and publish 5 exercises in an object-oriented language in October. 1,907 members have earned this badge. That's great. Look at that. I mean, this is a pretty impressive number right off the bat. And then they're like, "Oh, that's only 1 in 1,000." Man, that's awesome. Okay, let's see what else. This one is Anybody There? Completed Hello World in 5 languages. Nice, nice. So again, less than 1%. What's this one? Rookie submitted an exercise. Okay, so 33.54% have done that. Okay. And what's this one? Joined exercism. So 100% joined. Okay, well, there we go. All right. Anyway, what I'm trying to learn is nim. And I want to go back to this. Yeah, here we go. Installing locally. So we did it here. Okay, so we curled this. Let's look at it to see where it says we... Oh, stop. Let's look at this to see where it says it's installed. No, I just wanna open it to look at it. Okay, fine, save it. Okay, so it should be installed to... Nimble Binder? Wait a minute. I think it's... Place the following line in the profile or bash RC file. Should have done it. Apparently I didn't. Okay, let's see what happens if I just run it again. I think it should be okay. Okay, so let's place this in the ZSHRC. Or let's run it first, and then... Down here, let's just put that. Okay, so nim is okay now, I guess. So now if we run exercism test... Okay, so we can't do plus like this. Okay, so let's look at nim enum. Nim enum. I just want to turn it into a number to start with. R type checked. So can we cast? Okay. Okay, no. I thought I'd seen something. Cast. Ord. Okay. Ord eggs. Peanuts. So. Okay, so did I see it print out? Yeah. 0, 1, 2. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Okay, so let's get rid of these. And so now this one will just simply say score equals 2, and then nim exponentiation. Okay, let's try. Okay, so 2 to the power of allergen. Okay, so did it pass anything? No. But in any case, so for this one, we're going to say, and again, nim while loop. I feel like I'm going so slow, and I really am, honestly. But whatever, it's fine. So we'll say while score is greater than 0. So can we, so for the enum, can we like loop through them? I'm being fun, kind of silly. Enum, we can do low, high, increment. So I'm going to say allergen equals high enum, or no, excuse me, high allergen. So then while score, and then we put a colon, right? Did it show that? So then here we'll say while score is no. While 2 to the power of allergen greater than score, allergen divide, no. allergen equals, and then we had a decrement. I'm kind of guessing here. Yeah, decrement. This should have been ORed. And I think we need ORed here as well, I believe. Okay. Whoops. And then so here we'll say um, I'm tripping over all the most basic syntax. This is such a simple thing. Okay, so we want to say to hash set. Maybe. So we'll say s equals to hash set. And then we want oh no. What is this? We want so this should be var, I guess. And then this should be probably let. No, maybe not. Oops. Var s set allergen equals, and we don't want this, probably none of this, and then we say equals, but there's nothing in it to start, right? Okay. And then when we add something to the set, let's see. So we can do a set like this, but do we have the option to add to the set? I was thinking probably yes, right? Set type. Okay, so this is the empty set. We did that. Okay. So then here we will say s plus equals allergen. So here do we need to say return? Probably, and then here return s. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So it says, okay, extra argument given. Let's see here. Type. Okay, so int literal 2 ORed allergen int. Oh. So one is int lit. Wait. What's the type mismatch then? 2 expected one of. So it's on 6. Huh. And it says type mismatch, int literal, ord int, expected one of, template, backwards index. Okay, so something doesn't seem right there. Exponentiation will work at compile time. Okay, so it looks like they're actually doing something more like this. So is that it? That's fine. No, no good still. Okay, so func computes the power of x, computes x to the power of y. The exponent y must be non-negative. Use pow for negative exponents. Okay, let's do pow. Okay. Undeclared identifier pow. Okay, so where do we get it from? Math. So we have to like import math. Yeah, import standard math. Okay. Is that it? Okay, so then where's pow again? Pow func. Oh, interesting. So to compute the power between integers, use this. And this is also in math. Okay, so maybe now it will work because I imported math. Let's find out. Dec allergen 1. Has no type. Okay, so what was it saying about enum? It says dec method decrements. Okay, so I think what we do here is just dec allergen. Is that it? So for the set, did we need... We need that. Ah, okay. Closer, closer. Uh-oh, did it hang? That's not good. Okay, well, this should be such a simple one. I have to go step out of the room again for a sec. Okay, be right back. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's finish up. You know, I haven't been at this one that long. It feels like way too long for something this simple. Oh my gosh. And it looked like it hung too. Like what in the heck? Allergic to cats and something else. And honestly, I think I've messed up the logic of it too, which is funny. Okay, so high allergen. So while score greater than 0. Oh, I never divided the score. So score divide equals 0. Huh. Not 0. What am I doing? 2. 2. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop, and score cannot be assigned to. Okay, so var score equals score. Yeah, definitely need to take a break until tomorrow after this. I'm an absolute mess. Okay, got float but expected int. Nim integer division. No, oh my gosh. I am mental right now. No, no, no. We need to subtract here. What am I doing? Oh, subtract 2 to the power of ord allergen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm in a complete mess. I was so happy about the elixir one too, but I am 100% screwing up everywhere. This is craziness. Yeah, I just want to be done. Let's finish this up. Okay, check failed. Is allergic to 3 eggs. Oh, right. Yeah, this is dumb, dumb, dumb. All right. So why am I? The whole point of it is to use bitwise operators, and I don't have any here anywhere. What am I doing? The whole point of the exercise from the beginning is to use bitwise operators. Although I notice that I didn't say that in the beginning. I was just like, oh, it's a simple one, because in my mind I was thinking bitwise operators. Oh man, I am such a mess. So, okay. So we're supposed to do bitwise or, okay, so nim bitwise or, man, I am crazy right now. We have to import something? Like what? Is this for real? Okay, well, if, how, I'm freaking out at myself right now. So do we have to import bitwise? Where it, oh gosh. I, yeah, I've been at this like 30 minutes already, and like, oh, I am not happy at myself. Okay, we're gonna finish this up. Standard bit ops. I don't feel like this is it at all. It should just, where are just the regular, okay, manual. Regular operators, the most basic operators. Where are they? Operators. Okay, so some of these are probably bitwise, right? I just want to make sure, like, it's just bitwise and, right? Bit fields. Set type. Hold on. And, okay. Where's bitwise and operators? Integer. Operators on integers. Where are they? Numeric? I'm actually mad at myself over this one, like for real. Predefined integer types. Where's bitwise? Nimrod is what is Nimrod it? It's not nim. Oh, it is nim. So we want and. Is there a nim interactive mode? Oh gosh. I don't know what there is. Okay, so we want and. Okay. Not equals 0. Invalid indentation? How so? What indentation? Invalid indentation on 8? Invalid indentation on 8. What indentation? Did I indent it more than it was supposed to be? Invalid indentation. Uh-oh. Return. Oh. What if it's just like this? Expression expected but found keyword and. Invalid indentation on 7. So I don't think and is whatever it was that it looked like they were maybe saying. I think the funny thing is that I've basically always been this much of a mess. Effectively maps to a bit and operation. And what's that linking to? Bit and. And this is a macro or something? Okay, so I'm gonna do mask. I guess. Is this the right place? Undeclared routine mask, which we can, I think we import from standard bitops. This got convoluted quickly. Okay, so mask. Score is immutable, not var. Mask is supposed to give back what? It's supposed to mutate it. Okay. Okay. It's a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely want to be done with this one for today. I can't believe the number of ridiculous mistakes. I mean, I do, but it's crazy. So no allergen score parts without highest valid score. So list the allergy. So it said check failed. Allergy 257 equals eggs. Okay, so that's in the test. So it allergy. Yeah, test this. So it's sweet list the allergies we failed. No allergen score parts without highest valid score. Okay, so check allergies 257 equals eggs. So let's see, 255 was all of these. 257 should be just eggs, but for some reason I returned something extraneous on that one. Which was cats. Okay, so let's look again. So this is really quite dumb because again, I didn't use the bitwise. So we do want this high allergen. We do want this set. We don't want to do actually yeah, we do need to do that. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. So we just want to go while um while ord, let's see here. While allergen not equal low allergen, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Var temp equals score temp mask to ord allergen if temp not equal 0. It probably would make more sense to maybe just use the is allergic to, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Okay, so then here we want to say this. Yeah, pretty much. So can we say greater than or equal to? I'm not sure. Let's see what it says. No. So embarrassing. Yeah, I think we just want to go is allergic to. Wait, how do okay. So on these enums, if we want to go through the whole list of enums, do we decrement? Wait. So this is over or underflow. Oh my gosh. Huh. Okay. Apparently it was okay on some of these. Um. Is allergic to, and then we don't even need that. Score allergen. So, okay, so it still says overflow defect. So I don't like that. That does seem fatal. So this is high allergen. Overflow defect. So I don't know that we can use this greater than or equal to comparison. So if I say not equal, is that any better? It kind of is, yeah. So then I guess I just have to add the last check, which is not a big deal at this point since it is small. So that passed everything. That took me 50 minutes for no reason other than just stupidity. I'm really actually rather sad about that one. You know, hey, I'm glad it's over with. I am gonna stop now though. Let's submit. I'm gonna stop. I think I don't know. I think I'm sort of honestly, I think that doing all these different programming languages really kind of stretches me because like I don't know these syntaxes. I don't really know anything about most of these programming languages. And I think it is kind of stretching me and I think that's good, but I think I'm also becoming more error prone than I was on day one when I first started because I got through quite a few on day one and I was cruising. So I think I am going to plan to take tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. I think I'll plan to take tomorrow off because, man, this really kicked my butt pretty much. So I'll plan to take tomorrow off from doing like any coding and come right back at it strong on Thursday. I think that's what I'm thinking because this one kicked my butt like crazy. And so, like, I feel like I'm sort of exercising my mind to have more endurance to do more of these, but I think I could use a day off from it. So that is what I'm gonna do. And I mean, I have other things to